The final one of these, Bart, I'm not going to get you to pronounce his full name, but Konstantinos Koulierakis was how it's pronounced the other night. So we'll just say Konstantinos to keep it easier for you. This is going to sound bad, people. I don't want to spend as long on this guy because our information is that this is a left-footed centre-half. He was actually who Wolfsburg picked to replace Mickey van der Ven, a player that nearly ended up at Liverpool, but Schmadtke shut it down that regard, didn't press the button on that one. However, all the information we've got on this, Bart, is that it's an if a Joe Gomez goes, it's more like a third choice centre-half. It's not one that we can say like when we were saying Schlotterbeck was coming in to possibly a case VVD goes out to look at those. Yes, it's left-sided, but it's more a question is, could this boy at the right price be a good third choice centre-half? So it's probably in those parameters. So we're not going to spend as long on this one.
No worries. I mean, playing time just for the season is at 1900. So he's made 24 starts. We know there's been about 26 games. So that's a good level of minutes, even before he moved. So he moved. He started in the Superliga, but he didn't actually. There's no minutes recorded there, which might be because the Greek stats aren't that great. But anyway, if you look at his last full season in Greece, he did 1800, and in the season before that, he did just over 2000. So again, a pedigree, probably fair to say, in and around 2,500 minutes a season. That's not bad. That's that. If he's coming in as a third choice, it's probably what you want, probably what you need. I probably used to play in one game a week, which again, for a third choice rotation, that's bang in the wheelhouse for him. I'll just scroll down here. I was going to look at his aerials at 60. Now, as I said, the Greek stats are not there, so I don't know whether that's an up or a down. That could be a peak, or it could be he's come down a bit. But 60, I mean, remember Joe Gomez is mid-60s. So it's a little bit down, but it's not miles. You know what I mean? It's not like miles away, but it still could be important at certain elements. And if we look at the usual, breaking it down though, defensively, so clearances. Who's he play for? He plays for Wolfsburg. Is this Wolfsburg? It is Wolfsburg, isn't it? Yeah. So they're not a hugely dominant side, so he probably will have to do a lot of defending, those kind of scrappy stuff. So clearances make sense on that, less so the tackles and interceptions. Aerials at 54%, so I will say that one more time, that is a bit of a concern. But for a centre half. But so they're okay defensive metrics, but they're not they're not amazing. If we look at what he does in between the boxes, for a centre half, he's 70% percentile for touches in the attacking box. So it clearly goes after all the set pieces, all corners, a whole lot. Progressive passes received, okay, for centre half, he's 69. A bit like it was a previous lap we did, wasn't it, in Germany?
Lots of
likes to go a bit of a wander and like receive the ball and stuff. So it's clearly something about these guys who want to get in there. In terms of passing though, 83%, accuracy, which isn't too bad. That's 23rd percentile for centre halves.
Low, yeah.
Now you might think, what's your problem? But the reason is, I thought a centre halves received the ball under no pressure. So the easy ball is fullback 6.
Yeah.
My mate next to me. There shouldn't really be an issue with hitting a higher completion rate. That would be a little bit of a flag. But he only attempts 58 percentile. So he could also be the non-dominant passer of the football. So if you roll your mind back to when Canate wasn't great, was average on the ball, teams used to let him have the ball, right? And he at times would give it away or try something that was unorthodox. This guy with that kind of volume could be that kind of profile, but could be, all right? I mean, he might be completely good. It just could be opportunity because he's not dominating as good. Attacking wise, doesn't get a lot of goals. Takes a lot of shots for a centre half though, so that's again he spends a lot of time set pieces and corners in the box. And shot creating actions he creates from either a knockdown or a header, so that's pretty good percentile. So there are some things I like. I could compare him. Did you say? I don't know. I've still got Joe Gomez up there. No, I haven't. Doesn't matter.
Tough, so, isn't it? Thinking Gomez or Kwanzaa comparison almost, isn't it, really?
Yeah, it's hard. If you look at what he does, I mean, he's receiving the ball, so he's left side, isn't he?
Yeah.
So he has got the triangle there is with his goalkeeper and his other centre-half partner, and then he goes into his left back. Other than that, it's not a lot. It's not a great deal going on anywhere else. I mean, that's his six there, 32, and there's no line there. If you look at taking that on a bit up to first, obviously he's made a few more passes in there, but generally still into his goalkeeper, into his centre half mate, and his left back mate. That's the level of what he's doing on the ball. Yeah. Whereas if you watch the BVD pass network, he's there, he's down there, he's expansive in terms of what he does with the ball. So yeah, there's the differences on there. And also BVD, you would expect to be on the ball pretty much every minute, every 30 seconds. This guy is not. His first 30 minutes is on it, but then after that it's patchy. So involved in the low passing chains and made progressive passes down the wing, but that's about it. In terms of defensive actions, you'd hope that he would be involved in some, but it's not. There is some high. It's actually more on the right side. So his mate, his defensive partner's got more defensive actions than he has, which is interesting. But some of that could be the way that the opposition attacks. So I wasn't too worried about that. What's he done in terms of defensively? So he stopped 82% of the threat coming at him, which is actually the best of any defender on that team. So that's something to think about. In terms of threat creation, wasn't involved in a great deal of threat creation. So yeah, there is some overall, from my bits and from F3, there are some bits to like, but some also little red flags that you would need to be aware of. Where's he? Here he is. So top speed 32. So he's quicker than the last stat we looked at who played a bit. That's good. Distance covered, same amount as Larson, and Larson played midfield, who should be doing more distance.
Yeah.
Intensive runs, a notch down, but again, it's playing centre half, but that's still a good number to have. It sprints 264, so that's about 10 a game in 26 starts. So yeah, there's some. They've got him at 59 percentile aerials as well. So yeah, there's some interesting bits in there. He's not slow. He's a little bit quicker than some of their other players. A raw is that fair?
Yeah.
Just to be knocked off. As a third choice, it might work. The aerials is always going to be a problem. And the on ball, I'm hoping that's just I mean, he's got the right passing level, but it's just, can he actually do it with more opportunity? If we give him the ball more, is he suddenly going to turn into an amazing passer? Or is that just his level?
Yeah. Is it, for this, Bart, to bring it together, is it fair to say, because the rumoured price, and he's quoted as one of the stars of the Wolfsburg team for his age as well. He's left-footed, so that will go into the mix. But for the 33 million quid, it's fair to say that when you stack up their profiles, Gomez and Kwanzaa are better. They've got better aerial duels. They're better on the ball. There's nothing that really you can say warrants. There's some stuff that's okay, but there's nothing that warrants spending 33 million on this kid, is there?
No, I haven't looked up his defensive, his injury record, but he's made 26 starts, so therefore I would suggest he's not had an injury problem. That would be the only thing you would think of in terms of something that tips it over Gomez.
Yeah.
The other thing, though, is that if Gomez wants to leave, Gomez leaves, right? And he probably brings in, £40 million?
Yeah, you'd hope.
Right. That's not a bad player to bring in for, say, and then you bank 5 million from the Gomez now, and you have the third. Do you know what I mean? Is he going to push Canate and Van Dijk? No. Is he going to be a serviceable centre half that doesn't get injured? Probably. Yeah. So yeah, it's it's one of those, is he better than our current fourth choice centre half, which is Endo? And I would say probably yes, he is. So, yeah, I think it's about value you attach to that. Clearly, we've had a series of managers who haven't valued a decent fourth choice centre half. And at various points during their 10 years as managers, that has come by to bite them a little bit. You know, remember defending champions, and we lost all of our centre halves in one go because we didn't sign centre half. Right, see, and then we ruined that because we had to play centre half. So it's just how much value you associate with that. If 30 million, you think actually that's probably worth boxing it off, cool. Is he going to push your current first choice players? No. But, yeah.
It's a weird one, isn't it? The B, we've looked at a few centre halves already. We'd probably even rather like Hatto was bought and played there as cover, etc. It's a real struggle. So we don't want to lie on that one, people. But if Koulierakis is right up the list, there'd be a little concern. And if we bring it together, Stiller on the ball, there's a lot to like, especially good. Maybe at that price tag could be as well. Off the ball is a concern. Larson is that decent all-rounder. He's 20 years old, young, potential, a lot to like. But for the reported 60 million, it just feels a bit too rich for our blood. So there we go, ladies and gents. The latest three on the docket. You can make your own conclusions with those three. All it leaves me to say, Ever Barts, is for the time, the insight, and the analysis on all those three, it's much appreciated.
No worries, anytime.
And ladies and gents, that was another Transfer Market Metrics for Anfield Index.